We are live. We are direct with Bonnie Giller, straight out of New York. She has helped women who feel trapped by food, dieting, and shame to find freedom and lasting health in the health game. She helps women who have success in other areas, their careers, their marriages, find the success in food to free themselves from the dieting and the emotional eating that might cause weight gains and weight fluctuations. She gets to the root cause of what's causing the issue and deals from the root cause rather than fad diets. She is an expert. She's dedicated. She loves her work. She is Bonnie. She leads. She sells. Bonnie, speak to me.
Well, hello there. I love your energy and thank
Oh,
you
wow.
for
Thank
that.
you.
Yes to everything you just said. It is what I am here to do, help women. By the way, it really isn't just women who
It's
brought
men as well.
it is men as well. So I do help
Oh, my word. Look,
as well.
I've been used to the women helping the women thinking, hey, men, we want to keep our
I
distance, but
listen.
you help men as well.
I had someone reach out to me yesterday, a man, and he's like almost 40. He says, listen, do you also help men who are almost turning 40? Because, from my understanding, someone told me you work with women over 50. I said, ooh, once upon a time I marketed that as women over 50. I guess that message hit. But yes, I work with everybody, men, women, 20s, 30s, 40s, 50s. It happens to be people who have struggled with their eating and with food for decades are do gravitate towards me. So when they finally are
Amazing.
fed up. So yes, typically, maybe your 40s or 50s or 60s, because you're like, I'm just done. I'm done with the dieting. I'm done with the restriction. I'm done with the exhaustion. So yeah, but everybody, and I'm happy to be here to talk with you today about it.
No, 100%. By the way, I love your style, your fashion. It kind of is giving me Jackie Onassis vibes.
Oh, Jackie Onassis. Okay.
Yeah. Tell me, apart from the odd guy here and there, who's generally like the 80% of clients that you serve and you get the best results for?
Okay. So I'm going to actually break this down for you because I do have a medical nutrition therapy component of my business. And that is where I help all individuals who have diabetes or cardiovascular disease or gut issues through my nutrition therapy side of my practice. So that could be anybody, men, women, any age. What I do, what you and I are really here to talk about is what I do a lot with my online business. And
Hmm.
that is working with women who, as you said, have success in pretty much everything in life, their business, so their careers and their families and such. And food is such a struggle. And it's like, I had a client who someone reached out to me and she says, Bonnie, I can manage $1 million contracts. I can't manage my food. And I said, I'm going to teach you how to do that. So I would say with my online portion of my business, it is mostly women in that arena.
Amazing. Do you work with people in Europe, the UK, or is it mostly the States?
When I'm doing this coaching around recovery from dieting and disordered eating, that I can do everywhere. It doesn't it could be outside of the United States as well. When I do my medical nutrition therapy work, that is very specific to certain states based on licensure. So we are specifically today going to talk about the work I can do all over the world. And yes, I have had clients in the UK. I've had clients in Africa. I've had clients everywhere. Hawaii, I mean, even though that's, here, but I love that because Hawaii is like, I once went to Hawaii and it's so amazing. And I'm like, love talking to her because I could see in her background, the beautiful water.
That makes sense. Tell me, what does selling mean to you, and how are you selling your services? I see that you got a masterclass coming up on February the 3rd, but yeah, unravel that for us, please.
Yeah. So when you say selling, I don't really consider what I do selling. I'm servicing. I'm offering people support. And
Amazing.
the thing is like here's what's interesting about like human behavior, right? Oftentimes people think they can do it on their own. People think that, well, food, I should know how to eat, right? Shouldn't know how to eat? Well, with all the toxic messages and confusion out there around nutrition, sometimes you really don't know how to eat for your body and what feels good if you're giving away your food autonomy to all the diets and the external rules. So I offer information through my content and through master classes so people can get to know me and can get to understand the work that I do. And then hopefully they feel resonant with it and they go, you know what, I want to talk to her. And then we'll have a conversation and we'll see how I can support. So the a master class coming up on February 3rd. So let me take a moment to talk about that.
Hmm.
So you know, what I explained a moment ago and what I do with women, helping women recover from dieting, I do all of that through an intuitive eating lens. I use an intuitive eating framework. I don't know if your listeners know about intuitive eating, how much you do. We can certainly talk about that. But what is now all over, and you're probably aware, are the GLP-1 medications that are being used for weight
Yes,
loss. So
correct.
initially, when the GLP-1s were being used for diabetes, they started out as diabetes medications, and then it was like, oh, look, people lose weight. So they were used off label for weight loss. I was not a fan. I was not an advocate because my patients with diabetes weren't able to get their meds. There was a shortage. And I really felt that that was another quick fix, like a band-aid on a bigger problem for a lot of people. Sure, you
Hmm.
take an injection, you can lose this weight, but you're not ultimately healing your relationship with food. So, fast forward, now there are FDA approved medication injections, GLP-1s for weight loss, and more people are now on these GLP-1s. And just this past Monday, a pill came out as well, the Wegovy pill. So we are going to see more and more people leaning into using GLP-1 medications. Well, because I am a person who believes everybody has a right to make their own choices, I don't sit in judgment. I say, how can I better help and serve these people? And so I decided I've been noticing those who are on GLP-1s are undernourished. They're not feeding themselves well. Their appetite has changed. They might have some side effects that prevent them from eating consistently, and they have muscle loss. They have skin changes, hair loss. They're just not nourishing themselves well. I said, so let me help these people. If you've made the decision to go on a GLP-1, that's fine. But let's learn how to live well on a GLP-1. So I created a program called Living Well with GLP-1s where we do everything we need to do for smart nutrition, strong habits, and lasting change. So you can learn how to eat, how to nourish on the meds, manage your side effects, and let's integrate the healing process, unlearning diet culture, so you can ultimately learn to be intuitive with your eating. So I'm meshing both of my worlds. So the master class coming up on February 3rd is finding peace with food on GLP-1. So if you are someone who is on a GLP-1 or considering it, and you know that you have a years or decades long history of yo-yo dieting, let's learn how to heal our relationship with food while you've chosen to be on a GLP-1. So it is a free masterclass on February 3rd. Hopefully you can share the link with your listeners, and I'm happy for others people to join.
Yeah, I'm happy to put the link in the piece there to for that particular event. Let me know what your big goal is for 2026.
My big goal for 2026 is to reach as many people as possible and help them heal their relationship with food, whether they've chosen to be on a GLP-1 or not. Because life is short, my friend. And so many people's brain space is taken up with food. What should I eat? What did I eat? What can I eat? How will it affect my body? How will it affect my health? And it really prevents them from living their life. And so, what I want people to know is they can free themselves from all of that exhaustion. We don't have to track every calorie and macro and morsel of food. Our body's brilliant. Our body really knows what it needs. It gives us messages. We have to learn to listen again. So I want to help. So if I could reach more people through any of my programs and help them heal so they ultimately can really enjoy their life to the fullest, that is my goal.
Yeah. No, that makes sense. How does leadership come into your work? Like, what does leadership mean to you? How does it come into your work?
Leadership is standing in your purpose. It's knowing what your goals are, and it's leading people down the path that they want to go. As far as working with people in leadership, I do that as well. So there are many high achieving executives that are leaders themselves in corporations. And again, like I said before, they are successful, but yet struggle with their food, their well being, their health. And so I help those leaders as well.
Okay. Tell me what gets in your way in terms of growing your business online. Like, what gets in your way? What's your Achilles heel?
What gets in my way are the people that market online as health coaches who have maybe taken a 6-week course online or a 30-day course and now call themselves a health coach. And they try to treat people and, health and nutrition you have to know what you're doing. And I've got behind me a bachelor's degree in nutrition, a master's degree in nutrition, a year-long internship, and annual continuing education, plus multiple certifications and 38 years of experience. And that really gets me online. Somebody recently had reached out and she was someone who was in some random work, not even a career, and decided, I want to be a health coach. What do I need to do?
Yeah. Yeah.
I saw this course online and it really, listen, I wish success for everybody, but that's what gets in my way. That really bothers me a lot.
Okay. No, that makes complete sense. What impact do you want to leave in this world?
What impact do I want to leave in this world?
Yeah. What do you want to leave in this world?
I want people to believe in themselves. I want people to believe they're enough as they are. And I want women in particular to not believe that their worth is dependent on their body size.
Wow. Wow. And if there's someone who is thinking of getting help, but feeling a bit ashamed, thinking, I can try and do it alone, or I don't need a coach, what are you saying to that person?
I say to that person, it's okay to initially feel that way, but recognize that if you've been struggling with dieting or your health for so long, it's time to say, "Maybe I need support," and that's okay. That is okay. I tell people, "Look, people go to all different services, professionals for help. People go to therapists, people go to physical therapists, people go to occupational therapists, speech therapists, like, because they need help, they need support in certain areas." So, it actually shows strength when you can step up and say, "Okay, I need support." There's nothing to be ashamed of.
Amazing. Bonnie, let them know how they can get in contact with yourself and who you're looking for.
Okay. So you can head to my website, bonniegiller.com. Giller is Giller. Everybody always asks, how do you spell that? So bonniegiller.com. And from there, you can choose the support you need. If you're looking for medical nutrition therapy, if you're looking for intuitive eating work and recovery from dieting or GLP-1, you can kind of choose your path and reach out to me there. Um, you'll have some links below the show notes with other show notes with this?
Yeah, correct.
Okay,
Yeah.
awesome. Because what I'd like to do is share a free gift for your audience. It's
Mm,
called the Diet Free Mindset Daily Checklist. It's
okay.
way more than a checklist. It is something that will help you be able to um, identify the sneaky diet mentality as it shows up throughout your day. So I'll share that link, and your audience is more than welcome to download that and reach out if they, need any support. And you can find me on LinkedIn as well.
Perfect. We'll get all of those links
Yes.
in. Thank you so much, Bonnie. Appreciate what you are doing. And it's always good to see a real expert
Thank you.
serving in her element 100%. She leads, she sells for Bonnie Giller. Thank you. From New York to London with love.
Thank you so much.